To fully appreciate the background of this story, I need to give you information regarding the place where I live. You see, we were in a temporary living situation. Our house had burned to the ground, and we lost everything. Fortunately, my parents had insurance, and they put us in a temporary living position. As an only child, I had my own room, and my parents had a separate room. I was about 15 at the time, and that place always gave me the creeps. I don't think a day would go by where I couldn't find myself terrified in that area. The place itself wasn't really bad, but the situation and the location were not that great. But still, we knew it wouldn't last forever, so we just didn't get too comfortable. I did get a free complimentary breakfast before going to school, and also the clerk or the admin who worked behind the counter of the motel was quite nice, and whenever I got back from school, he was always on shift. He would try to strike conversation with me. Now, because we are living in a motel, he obviously has the key, and so he can get into our room. The thought of it was a little creepy for me, so I started putting the do not disturb sign up all the time. My parents kept telling me to take it off because otherwise our room wouldn't be cleaned, which, to be fair, was necessary. A few weeks have come to pass, and I still didn't feel really good about the place. There was just something about it that gave me the creeps. I remember it was a Wednesday. I tended to my homework in the morning and ate a few bits for breakfast and plowed through as much as I could. I would think of excuses if I didn't have enough time to finish. Now, the way this is set up is that the banquet hall is right after the front desk, and from where I was sitting, I had a clear view of the creeper guy. So he got 2 guests, talked to them, and when they left, he left too. I assumed that it was something related to that family and that his business was needed elsewhere, but I was wrong. I never saw him return. When I returned to my room to grab some books, I suddenly felt really strange. I stood there for some time, and I swear I could hear someone breathing. It was the first time in my life I had felt true fear, and panic engulfed me. I stood there, panicking, not knowing what to do. I looked at my wristwatch and realized that time was running out, and that I had to leave soon. Otherwise, I wouldn't catch my bus and reach school in time. So full of trepidation that I crept to the closet and swung open the closet door, only to be met with the strange guy. I jumped and let out a loud scream, and he screamed as well. I was furious. I wasn't sure what he was doing in the room, but I was very, very upset. I screamed for my parents, who ran into my room, and screamed at the guy who was still in the closet. My dad started yelling at him and asked what he was doing spying on a 14-year-old girl, to which he had no reply. After 10 minutes of the onslaught of words from my father, he got up from his crouched position, apologized to my father, and walked back to his front counter, this time with a queue lagging behind. My dad told me to go to school, so I did. When I came back, the guy was gone. He never came back to work, and my dad would refuse to tell what happened that day. But I have a good idea that my dad gave him more than just a piece of his mind. So, creepy peeping Tom that was in my closet, let's not meet again. I really hope that you didn't see more than I wanted you to, weirdo.